I see a lot of people trying to build companies, and most fail to understand this one crucial thing. You will never build a big company alone. And you definitely won't do it with morons around you either. Single biggest reason your company isn't scaling, it isn't your product, it isn't your marketing, it isn't your sales, it's the people you're working with. Or more likely, the fact that you're trying to do everything yourself. My companies are generating 100 million plus in revenue, and the big secret? I didn't do it alone. And honestly, I would never be able to do it alone. You need good people in your business to scale big, simple as that. And now I know exactly what most of you are thinking right now. You think Elon Musk is running X, Tesla, and all of his other crazy companies alone. You think Steve Jobs created Apple in his garage. You think Zuckerberg scaled Facebook all alone. And that's just so far from the truth. Let's start with Elon. He's not actually running all of those companies day to day. That would be fucking crazy. He has insanely skilled people hired at each one. He has a CEO who runs X. He has someone to lead Tesla's engineering. Top people running SpaceX operations. He is surrounded by super skilled people. And don't even get me started about some of his most crucial hires, like the engineer who designed the battery technology that basically made Tesla possible, or the engineer who was the genius behind SpaceX rocket engines. I know this is gonna sound crazy, but without these people, Elon would just be a guy with big ideas and no way to execute them. Jeff Bezos, his first employee, built Amazon's entire technical infrastructure. Don't even get me started on AWS, which is now Amazon's most profitable division. It didn't came from Bezos, it came from an internal team. Mark Zuckerberg, he had co-founders, and I think most people know that, but most people don't know about Sheryl. Zuckerberg brought her in as CEO, and without her, Facebook would never have scaled to what it is today. She turned Facebook into a money-making machine. She built the ad business. Even Google. I'm guessing most of you use Google Chrome today, right? Well, that came from an employee, not the founders. Can you imagine? One employee's project became one of Google's most important products. So without him, Google wouldn't have Chrome today. So what you really need to understand here is that your business is not your product, your business is not your idea, and your business is not fucking you. Your business is the people you build it with. It's your team. Try to think about it like this. If you're building a house, you can have the best blueprints in the world, the most expensive materials, the perfect location. But if you're trying to lay the foundation, frame the walls, install the plumbing, wire the electricity, and do all the roofing by yourself, even if you have knowledge about all of it, it'll just be slow. There'll be lots of mistakes and it just won't be very good. I think we can all agree that getting experts to do it instead is the much better approach, is the right approach. Business works the same way. You need experts. You need people who are better than you at specific things. See, me, like many of you probably, thought that I could handle sales, marketing, product, customer service, everything in my company. And you know what happened, honestly? Not much. Yeah, I made some money. The business grew slowly, but it never scaled because I was spread out so thin that I got nothing done properly. Now, in my case, I'm very good when it comes to product. So naturally, I found someone to manage sales. And that's when the business started to scale. Not because I can't sell. As many of you can probably tell, I can talk and I can definitely sell, so I could absolutely handle that. But that exact mentality is what stopped me from scaling. I needed an expert, and more importantly, I needed someone to own that area. See, it wasn't just about selling, it was about owning sales, giving it 100% focus. And you can't do that if you're doing everything yourself. And because of this, obviously, you can't just go out there and find someone who can sell. You need to find really smart people, people smarter than you. You probably heard it before, right? If you're the smartest guy in the room, you're in the wrong room. Well guys, if you're the smartest guy in the company, your company is simply fucked, okay? You want people who are smarter than you, more experienced than you, better connected than you. And yeah, your ego might hate it, but trust me, your bank account will love it. Now, the most important hiring decision you'll ever make is going to be your co-founder. And just listen to me here. Finding your co-founder is not about having a buddy to work with, okay? It's about finding someone whose skills perfectly complement yours to build something neither of you could have built alone. And the best co-founder combinations almost always follow a pattern. You have the visionary and the executor, the hustler and the hacker, the sales guy and the technical guy. Basically, one person who's great at seeing the bigger picture, selling the dream, and one person who can actually build it and make it happen. Google, Larry Page had the vision for organizing the world's information. Sergey Brin had the technical chops to actually build the algorithms that made it possible. Microsoft, Bill Gates was the business guy who can sell and negotiate. Paul Allen was the technical co-founder who understood the technology. Now here's where most people fuck up when it comes to co-founders. They pick their best friend, someone just like them, or someone who's available. And just listen, that's not a co-founder. That will fuck up your company, trust me. Okay? Your co-founder should almost scare you a bit. They should be so good that you think, holy fuck, I'm lucky that this person wants to work with me. And once you have your co-founder situation figured out, whether there's just one person or multiple, your first 5 to 10 hires will determine everything in your business. This is where you either build a great company or fuck it all up. These first hires should all fight for their fucking life, okay? You can't just hire someone who seems cool, who has some experience in the field. Like, you really need to make sure that they are truly important to your business long term. And the best advice I can give in order to find those people is don't hire people to come in and do a task. Hire people to come in and own a task. See, the guy who comes in and does a task expects you to assign that task, tell him how it's done, and he'll deliver exactly what you asked for. But the guy who owns a task will take full responsibility and will figure out how to do it, not just what to do. And most importantly, he'll continue to develop and improve that area that he is responsible for. You can also think about it like this. Don't hire for the job you need done today, hire for the job you need done in 6 months. In my case, when I hired my first developer, I didn't hire someone who could just build what I needed right now. I hired someone who could completely own development. Someone to help plan development, set up the right infrastructure, and even assist me on the next hires. And it's the same for all roles you hire for in the beginning. Go back to sales. You're not gonna just hire someone who can cold call. You hire someone who can build a sales process, train other salespeople, and create systems for the team. Someone to really own sales. Now you're thinking, okay, this all sounds great, but how do I actually find these people? First thing, stop looking at the obvious places. Job boards are where average people look for average jobs, and you don't want average people. You want the best. And the best people already have jobs or working on something themselves. So you need to go out there and find them. Of course, you can start with your network, but don't just start with your friends. Go to your extended network. Who do you know who knows someone? And yeah, it's honestly a grind. Okay? It's not easy, but it's the most important thing you can do for your business. I truly believe that over half your time in the early stages should be spent on finding good people. Now, there's some important things to remember when you start to look for good people. First thing, they're expensive, okay? Great people know they're great and they expect to be paid accordingly. So if you're not willing to pay for the best, well, you probably won't get the best. Second, they have options. The best people don't need you. You need them. And that means you have to sell them on your vision big time. You can't just expect them to be grateful for the opportunity. And I know that you think you have the next big billion-dollar business idea, but unless you have incredible ethos, you need to sell them on your vision big time. Third, they'll want equity, especially the very first hires. And honestly, if you really want someone to care about your business like you do, they need to own a part of it. And I've always said, I'll much rather own a small part of a big company than a large part of a small company. So what I hope you understand by now is that every successful business is built by a team, not an individual. And the sooner you accept this, the sooner you can start building something that actually scales. Your job as a founder isn't to do everything. Your job is to find the best people and give them what they need to do their best work. The companies that scale are the ones that figure this out early. And the companies that stay small are the ones where the founder thinks they are irreplaceable. So figure out which one you're gonna be. And if you wanna be the one who scales his business, subscribe to the channel because a lot more is coming. And if you have any concrete situation within your business you need help with, leave a comment and I'll personally guide you. And until then, I'll see you in the next one.